everyone, it is your girl, the one, the only, Spicy, and I'm here today featuring the extra long ponytail on the deck. Hey everyone. I know, right? I was like on the deck. But I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone had, you know, a semi-normal week, at least as normal as it can be. I hope everyone is staying well. Coronavirus is still very present and increasing, as they say. So I hope everyone is staying safe, is wearing a mask, and is practicing social distancing, because people are passing away and people are getting sick. So I hope everyone is just, you know, following precautions and whatnot to keep themselves safe and whatnot. So yeah, how is everyone? Please let me know how you are. Today's reading is going to be focused on self-love. I just kind of go, you know, with the ebb and flows of, you know, my life, and then also viewers, you know, and people that hit me up, and, you know, just talking about personal lives. And I feel like, you know, it's important to just spend this next reading on self-love. And maybe next week we'll get into something more interesting, juicy. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, so today's reading is going to be focused on self-love. We're just going to be looking at where you are in your self-love journey, what new energy is being introduced, what energy is leaving, what are some areas of concerns. So just like a maintenance type of reading, if it's anything that, you know, you should, you know, become aware of. And then we'll look at some advice if you address it, and I guess some guidance as well. So yeah, before we get started, my personal readings are going to be half off in Leo season, and that starts on the 22nd of this month of July, and it goes through the 22nd of August. So that's literally a whole 4 weeks. All my readings are going to be half off. I'm going to post those prices. If you typically get personal readings from me, you know how much my question-based readings are. Just cut it in half, because that's what it's going to be for a whole month. So that's a really good deal. Like I said, for people who haven't gotten readings before, someone who just kind of want to try it out with a simple question, or someone who knows that they're going to have a series of questions relating to, you know, one specific issue, circumstance, or situation. So yeah, that's what's up. Also, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. It is Spicy Brown Tarot. I haven't really posted any readings in the past couple weeks, but that's literally because I was nailless. But I am a nail enthusiast, I can proudly say. So I'm actually going to be doing my first set tomorrow, because I'll have a break from Xavier, which gives me extended time to concentrate on getting my nails done. Don't ask me how long that set is gonna take. Don't ask me that how long, but I'll make sure to post it once I'm done with it. So yeah, once I get my nails on, then I'll start, you know, posting more YouTube videos. But I do have some videos up there for you to check out. In the meantime, at Spicy Brown Tarot, the link is in my description box. And yeah, also check out my interactive pick a decks that are posted on my profile. Just go to my story highlights and you'll see pick a deck. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead. I know, getting nails, I'm excited. I have everything I need, so I'm hyped, y'all. I have everything I need. All right, so let's just go ahead and start with the general reading with the goddesses, just seeing what's really good. And then I'm gonna use the Kipper deck, which is this tiny deck here. I used to use it a lot, but I feel like I want to use it just to get some like, you know, predictions, because these are like fortune telling cards. And me personally, I'm not a fortune teller, but we could look and see, you know, what's coming up in the future. But energies always change, so that's why I'm never too caught up in like, oh, this is set in stone. You know, I believe that some things are predetermined, you know, and even though we have our own free will, we can choose whatever path we're going to choose. I think that some things are predetermined, and I also think that some things change based off of the energies and whatnot at any given moment. So it is what it is. Let's get into the goddesses and see what is going on. Let's get into the goddesses. All right, this is great energy. So essentially what I see going on is that if I could compare your energy right now to a tarot card, because I'm using the oracle decks, I would compare your energy to the Fool. And you might think, like, for those who don't really know too much about tarot, you might think like the Fool is simply straightforward, like a foolish individual, someone who doesn't make the best decisions, or someone who doesn't think things through, someone who could be impulsive. But that's not necessarily so. To me, the Fool represents mastery, or the first steps in the journey towards mastery, to essentially, you know, studying, mastering your craft, and deciding to take that first step. I don't necessarily want to say like a leap of faith, because when you walk it, like, faith is more so of a walk, it's more so of a journey. So the energy that I'm kind of getting from you all right now is that you're still in a process of healing, becoming very grounded, becoming very practical, becoming very realistic, or at least embodying that energy. A lot of you all could embody divine feminine energy as well, is what I see here. But it's very grounded, it's very practical, and you're putting more time into your finances, and you're putting more time into studying and making money. It's kind of what I see. So this is cool. It's a big emphasis on your future. So what you're doing now, put it into work, becoming grounded, becoming practical, becoming realistic. All of that is essentially helping you, you know, move into your future. It's just like you're very hyper focused, and so you're putting a lot of time into studying. I really like this energy. That's why I'm just like, yo, I can't even be mad. Like, it's cool. It's really cool. A lot of you all are literally transforming and becoming new versions of yourself. Essentially transformation. You're shedding layers of skin, you know, similarly to how a snake does, and snakes represent healing as well. When you look at the if anyone has tarot cards, when you look at the Two of Cups and you see the caduceus, which is the sign for healing, typically that symbol is on like ambulances, you know, the caduceus with the two snakes, and then it looks like a needle and whatnot. So a lot of you are, you know, focused on your own inner healing right now, and just becoming more in touch. Like, so you're utilizing your intuition more. You're seeing things for what they are. Not too much emotional energy that I get right now. I'm getting more so like earth vibes. You're just being practical. You're being grounded, and you're firmly rooting yourself. And you're also looking forward into the future as well. So you could definitely be in a no nonsense type of attitude right now. I'm really getting Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords vibes as well. You know, a Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Swords, like she's just not like all, you know, straight no nonsense or a bitch. You know, she can be in the reverse, just using very harsh and cutting words. But the Queen of Swords is also a very inviting queen, you know, and she got, I'm dead. She's packing a gat. I'm dead. I don't know why that came in my head. Like, you know, you know, in Best Friend when 50 Cent said something, pack a gat. I feel like he said that in Best Friend featuring Olivia. But yeah, like essentially the Queen of Swords, she's the only queen actually that has a weapon. Really, but she's also very inviting, you know, like she's eager to hear what people have to say, or she's eager to utilize her intelligence and whatnot, but she doesn't play on a back end. So I'm getting that energy too. It's like you're very hyper focused on your future. It's not something that you're trying to play with right now. So let's see. Facts. 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 Yeah. It's funny. We still are at home. But I see that you are, I feel like there might have been, to everyone, it was a huge adjustment to really just have to stay in the house. And some people, they can't stay home. They can't sit down. They can't concentrate. They can't focus. But I feel like you're really settling into, even being at home. And it's kind of like it's bringing out the best in you, It's bringing out the best in you because you're taking time to heal. And it's bringing out the best in you because you're taking time to study. You're using your time wisely and you're thinking towards the future. Like, I really like that. Again, we have divine feminine energy here with the number 3, which is really nice. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and get one more card, and then we're going to move on to the Kipper deck because I wrote a lot of questions down, and your girl can talk. Your girl can talk. Like, yeah, y'all really killing the shit. So it's funny because this goddess Bridget actually came up, and she is synonymous with voodoo Loa, my mom Bridget. And it's actually funny because I feel like that energy follows me a lot as well. But like I said in a previous reading, I be pussyfooting around it. Like, I really be pussyfooting around it because not only does she embody, beauty, grace, elegance, anything that has to do with femininity, and then of course improving upon yourself or your body. So I know a lot of people will utilize her energy when they're trying to lose weight. They utilize her energy when they're having some type of surgery that has to do with their body, so cosmetic surgery, and whatnot. But then it's a very serious energy to play with because she also is synonymous as well as with death, typically showing up when people pass away. So I just be like, pussyfooting around it, but all in due time. But yeah, so basically what I'm saying here, a lot of you all are studying, you're working on your creativity. So whatever it is that you're doing now, is something that you essentially are using as a stepping stone or something to creating a better future for yourself is what I'm seeing. So this is great. I feel like you're being very practical about your plans. I feel like you're being very realistic, and because you've, in a sense, grounded yourself and you're actually doing the hard work that needs to be done, you're no longer really focused in your imagination anymore. And tell me about it, because I would have such lofty goals until I sat down and was just like, okay, well, if I want to get to this place, I have to actually be able to put in this work to get there. So I feel like you all are actually seriously trying to put in this work, breaking your goals down into smaller plan of actions that you can actually take and accomplish, So that's what's up. Let's get the Kipper deck, and I'm gonna see just like some predictions for the next 4 weeks into August. So let's just see some predictions going into August. I'm not really specifically reading about love with another person. I'm just gonna see what comes up. If it does, it does, and if it does, it does. If it does, it does. And it's actually kind of looking like it's around love because I keep seeing the number 6. Yeah. It ended up being about love anyway. So I feel like you all are, you don't necessarily have to be a woman, but you don't necessarily have to be a woman, because I know there's, masculine men that'll watch my videos as well. But what I'm kind of getting is that you all seem to be very concerned. I feel like there's more so concern along the lines of, you know, having a partner. And I was like, wait, I don't think it's about love, but it's about love. So you're very concerned around, you know, having a partner. I feel like you all are, you know, doing good on your own, or at least as I've got from the goddesses, are working towards something. So you're, if I could describe it in a tarot card, it would be the Nine of Pentacles. So you'd be a very independent minded person, someone who's focused on their money, someone who is focused. I don't know, the Nine of Pentacles, she's also a woman with, you know, grace, elegance, taste. You know, she knows what she likes and she works hard for what she wants, and she enjoys the fruits of her labor. You feel me? And I feel as though a lot of you all can be in that type of developmental stage, you know, just becoming that. And it's more so concerned now, like, okay, well, I've grown, I've been doing all of these things. Where's my partner? You know, that's kind of what's coming up as well. Where's my partner is the vibe I'm kind of getting. I don't know where your partner is. I don't even know where my partner is. But I'm kind of getting a vibe that is like, you know, I've been working hard. I've been working on myself. Where's my partner? Yeah, a lot of you all are very concerned now. I think a lot of you all want to have a family too. So I feel like you all are more serious now, where it's like, you know, I spent the time to work on myself. Now I want to be with someone who's on the same vibrational, you know, level as I'm at. And you're waiting for that. And it's something that is of concern. You're concerned about, you know, partnership. And it's just not happening. Like, I don't know what else to say. But this is future prediction. So within the next 4 weeks, I think that this is gonna be you know, not an area of concern, but it'll be something that's on your mind if it's not already on your mind. So yeah, something else. Yeah. A lot of you all are just, I feel like you got a message from someone. I don't know, someone friend zoned you. I don't know, someone friend zoned you, or someone just, you know, hasn't been stepping up or telling you what you want to hear in terms of you all being together. And it's just something that's causing you, you know, feelings of despair. So if I could think of any tarot card, I would think of like the Five of Pentacles, where you just kind of feel locked out of heaven, as Bruno Mars would say. Not walked out of heaven like Jagged Edge, not walked out of heaven, but just locked out of heaven. Like, where it's just like you were waiting on some type of information or some type of message, or you were just waiting on something that would, you know, lock down your relationship with another person. And it's just, I mean, if that's something that you're expecting, I probably wouldn't expect it, because it's only really gonna make you feel disappointed because it's not working out in the way in which you wanted it to. So I don't know, it's starting to get a little too specific. So I'm gonna just get one more and I'm gonna keep it moving, because I know everything doesn't apply to everyone. But yeah, if I was you, like I said, I probably just wouldn't worry too much about it, because you don't want to cause yourself any type of anxiety or depression waiting on someone to tell you what you want to hear and whatnot about, you know, the status of a relationship, or even being worried about not, you know, being in a relationship at all. It's looking like you are working on yourself. But as much work as you're doing, you don't want to like derail yourself or detract yourself from forward movement and progression, because you're anxious about you being with another person. You really don't know. And you really don't know kind of what's going on. If I was you, I would probably just let it go, because it's showing up that some people might be experiencing some mental health issues related to this. Sorry about that. My amethyst fell off the table. I'm gonna just leave it right here. It fell off the table. So I guess that's what's going on in the next upcoming weeks. My advice, don't worry about something that you can't control. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's get into the reading. Y'all, I'm drinking water. I told myself I was gonna chill on the rosé. I love rosé, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna chill on the rosé. I love whiskey also. I'm gonna chill on the whiskey. I'm gonna chill on it all. until my birthday. I'ma chill. But yeah, let's get into the self-love reading. Guam, big up yourself. Where are you? What did I say? Damn, I don't even know what I wrote down, but basically, where are you currently on your self-love journey? I was like, what? Where are you currently on your self-love journey? So we'll look at the current energies. I am going to use I'm gonna save the Neo Tarot. I'm gonna use the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I'm gonna use the Modern Witch Tarot deck just to give us some current vibes. What are the vibes? And then I'm also gonna use the Music Oracle decks. I like those decks because it gives me like clarification, like on your attitude or like your perspectives, you know, through the different artists that they depict on the cards. It's pretty cool. Love that deck. All right, so let me just go ahead and get another card. But yeah, as far as within your own self-love journey, I feel like you all right now are just trying to exhibit as much balance and control as you can. I don't really see you all being very anxious. And I mean, there's a potential for you to be coming up if you still worry about love and different things like that. But as far as with you within yourself, I don't see you all as being anxious. I feel like you all are, you know, trying to take more so care of yourself, you know, having empathy for yourself, also forgiving yourself. But I feel like you're trying to be as like cool, as calm, and as collected as you can be. And I feel like you all, as far as with self-love, you may have pulled back from taking impulsive risks. I feel like, and this is even referencing the reading that I did with the goddesses just now. But it seems like you all are being practical and being realistic and even with yourself. So I feel like you all aren't really taking too many calculated risks. I feel like you all came out of a period of like intense anxiety and depression, and worry and fear. And because you guys are coming out of that energy, I feel like you don't want to participate in anything that could be a risk to your well-being, is kind of what I get. So, I mean, in a sense, you could be protecting yourself, but I don't want to go as far as to say like, oh, it's, you know, protection, or you have these intense boundaries and walls up. I don't want to go say that, but I do think that you're a little more cognizant about, you know, the people that you are surrounding yourself with, the things that you are doing. And I feel like you're not taking too many risks, trying to get into too much like bullshit that, you know, that could potentially have you back in a cycle of fear, of worry, and anxiety. With me being a psychiatric social worker, it's very easy to like speak to people and to immediately diagnose them. So I'm not trying to diagnose you, even though it's something that I essentially do for a living, is assess people's mental health. But from what I could see, there were some mental health issues going on, and I feel as though you've gotten to a place in where you're a little more balanced, and basically you don't want to invite anything into your life that could be a threat, or it could be a stressor. You feel me? So that's what's going on with self-love. Yeah, I think you're very careful with the people that you surround yourself with, and especially the people that you're working with. What's coming up here again as well is that, you know, you're working on some type of project, especially on the foundational aspects of a project or a business, some type of money making venture. And I feel as though you could be working with other people as well, but you're checking behind these people. I feel like where you didn't do it previously and it could have caused you fear and anxiety, I feel like you're stepping, you know, beyond yourself and saying like, you're being your own parent basically, and you're saying like, you know, I really do need to protect my energy, and I really do need to protect what it is that I'm doing for money looking forward, since you guys are literally on the path of mastery. You're just like, all right, I need to be sure that the people I have around me or are the right type of people to have around me, because you're in the foundational stages of whatever it is that you're building. That's what I see. You don't have time for liars. I feel like I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if this is still in the realm of self-love, I guess. Let me know. But I just feel like you don't have time for liars either. And that's something that could have caused you some type of stress and anxiety, just surrounding yourself with people who didn't have your best interest in mind. You don't have time for people who want to pretend. You don't have time for people who don't affirm your goals and affirm essentially your ambitions, your aspirations, and what you want to do. And you don't have time for that type of energy with yourself either. So it doesn't necessarily only have to be extended towards other people, but even within you, it's like you don't have time for any self-doubt. You don't have time for any fear. You don't have time for the negative self-talk or things that you may have told yourself that didn't help you progress and move forward. That's something that you put in on the shelf. That's not something that you have time for anymore. You don't have time to deceive yourself anymore. And then you also don't have time for deceptive people. So that's what's going on. And actually, on the bottom of the deck, I have the Nine of Cups. So I just feel as though you're more in a balanced place, and you want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You want to be able to enjoy the 3D pleasures and the pleasurable side to life. This is something that myself and outchea were talking about. Like, we was talking about, like, look, people been in survival mode their whole lives. Like, can't we just move up Maslow's hierarchy of needs and just really start to, like, really live a good life, So this is really what you're more so focused on. You're focused on, accomplishments. You're focused on yourself. You're also focused on success. You're focused on having your needs met and being able to fall into that and not have to really worry about not having enough. So I like that. I like that vibe. That's where you are right now. Lit. Should I keep going or should I move on? All right, let me move on because I have some other questions. I have some other questions to ask. Let's. Am I going to keep using this deck? Because I have all these other decks out here. Like, let's. Okay, I'm going to switch up the deck. Because I like to switch up after I ask a question. I like to move on to the next deck. But that's what's up. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. So what new energy is being introduced? So you have some good things going on for yourself right now. Let's see what new energy is being introduced. What new energy is being introduced? Yes. The collective is lit. The collective is lit. The collective is lit. Okay, so what new energy is being introduced? I was looking at my human design chart, which is funny, and I really don't have a lot of knowledge about human design, so I don't want to sit here and explain some shit that I'm still learning about, but this for some reason is really calling out to me because it's something I saw literally in my human design chart. But it's the collective, so it is what it is. I feel like the energy that is being introduced is the fact of, I feel like you might be someone who feels as though you have to be decisive all the time and you always have to decide. Like, if you're like similar to me, you've grown up just with so much responsibility. You might have also been forced into being independent because you literally had to take care of yourself. For whatever reason, your parents could have been deceased. You could have had parents in jail. You could have had parents that worked too much. You could have been a latchkey kid like myself. You could have had parents that just didn't give you as much, emotional care and attention that you needed as a child. So I feel as though as you socialize yourself, you put yourself into a box to where it's like you have to make very decisive decisions. Like, something's either black or something's either white. You didn't really have the space to be able to explore that gray area in between. So I feel as though that the new energy that's coming in is an energy of flexibility, an energy of understanding that you don't always have to have the right answers at the right time. Sometimes we just aren't going to have answers to things. Sometimes it's going to take us some time. Sometimes it's going to take us some time. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to take some time for something to hash out. And I feel like that's probably what played into your anxiety is those periods of time where you just don't have the answer. The answer is just not there. It's not available to you. And I feel as though the new energy that's coming in is the flexibility. There's a patient type of energy that's coming in that's telling you like, okay, well, you might not have the answers to, you know, this equation or this equation. You might not have the answers to how your business is gonna take off, or which partner you're gonna marry, which partner you're gonna have for the long term. You might not have those answers, and those are just examples off the top of my head. I couldn't think of nothing else. You might not have the answers, but just understand that it doesn't have to be decided right now. It doesn't have to be things don't always have to be so decisive. Give yourself the room to explore. And that might have been something that you weren't able to do as a child either. Just being able to explore life. You know what I'm trying to say? So give yourself the time to explore. Don't always feel like you have to jump to a conclusion or an answer has to be made. So that's the type of energy that's being introduced. It's just giving yourself a break. Like, don't you just be tired of being responsible all the time? Like, not to say like of course, I like being responsible because it affords me a certain type of independent lifestyle where it's like I don't have to depend on anybody. But at the same time, I mean, like, don't you just want to chill sometimes? Like, don't you just like, you know, like everything don't have to be so regimented and in order. Don't you just want to relax? And I feel like that's just more so related to your conditioning and your upbringing, you know, so you kind of got to re-socialize yourself. But yeah, that's the new energy that's coming in. Also a patient energy, one of stagnation, one in which you can wait. I feel like you're used to, like I said, having to always jump to conclusions. Like if A equals B and A equals C, that means if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. And that's it. Like, you know, I feel like learn to be just as unconventional as you appear to be when it comes to your creativity, and just apply that same thing to your life. You could be as unconventional as you want to be. You don't have to be regimented. You know, everything doesn't have to go in that order. As Mama D would say, in that order. So that's the new energy that's coming in. Am I moving too fast? Am I moving too fast? Let's see what else is coming in. Let's see what else is coming in. Yeah, so the new energy that's coming in as well is you basing your current circumstances. So I feel like your current circumstances may not be as great as you would like them to be. So current circumstances as far as the way in which you're expressing yourself to others. So if you are a creative person, just putting yourself out there, or even your self-esteem, or even your courage to continue moving. I feel as though there's times where you have down days. And I mean, we all have down days. But I feel like you've experienced more so down days than... And there might have been moments of joy here and there. But I feel like when you look at your life, you're like, damn, like, yo, like, my life been in survival mode. It's really been the struggle. Like, the struggle to survive. The struggle to uplift myself, the struggle to have confidence. Like, it just seems as though things haven't came to you so easy. It seemed like you had a lot of past life karma that you, I guess, decided to work through, because it's like, what else you gonna do? You just gonna sit there and go under? What else you gonna do? You might as well heal it, right? So I feel like you typically have had more so down days. Let me move these cards to the side so I don't take up too much of my table, because it's taking up, y'all. Like, you only see this amount, but this table is like hella big and it just got hella stuff on it. But anyway, I just feel like you're more so used to having more so down days, and you might have moments of joy here and there, but even within yourself, there's just a vibe that you've really dealt with, mental health and depression, like intensely. So you might have had chronic depression, but have had like moments of joy, you know, here and there, you know, scattered about and whatnot. But the new energy that's coming in, because I also see that you all, like, it's not like you want to continue to live a struggling life in survival mode. Like, you want to be able to reach a period of just emotional fulfillment and having what it is that you need. That energy is coming in as well. But the other side to it, as far as being able to, you know, accept all it there is to understand that, like, you don't have to feel, I feel like you all might have felt ashamed too, just with the life circumstance that you've had. It's something that has made you feel shame, or you've been made to feel shame. And I'm just kind of getting that, like, you don't have to, like, you can be real. Like, be real. Like, you don't have to exhibit some type of, like, I guess it would be like emotional bypassing, or, you know how people do that thing where it's like, oh, good vibes only, like, and it's like, you can't say that everything is only good vibes only, because there's some intense, harsh things that happen in this life that can really make someone feel devastated and feel distraught. Like, life is not easy. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Being a part, like, basically what my friend said, she'd be like, the human experience is challenging, it's hard, it's difficult, it's tough. And that is what it is. So you don't have to do this bypassing, because you know you're a spiritual being and you're just like, oh, you know, loving light. Like, no, shit is hard. And I feel like it's telling yourself to, like, not to feel shame. That's the new energy that's coming in. Don't feel shame that your present circumstance isn't reflecting what it is that you want right now. I feel like this is something that is, it's going to take time, you know, like, these are things that are going to take time. And especially if you're dealing with a lot of past life karma, you're dealing with a lot of generational curses, just stuff that really truly has to be cleared up. Like, just understand that, like, these things take time, and, like, don't feel ashamed for that, you know. I don't know. Let me know if that made sense. Let me know if it made sense. Let me know. I was going to move on to the next question, but since I put what new energy and not energies, but it is what it is. I have some time. So yeah, what new energy is being introduced? Yeah, so I feel like it's just more along the same vibes of, like, I feel like you might also be a perfectionist as well. Just someone who's very traditional, or, you know, the Hierophant came up. So the Hierophant is something that's very, like, by the book. The Hierophant energy is it's a very serious, and it is what it is type of energy and vibe. And, like, I just feel as though this is something that I feel like you all have been, because of the struggle that you've been through, you very much, like, embody that. Like, okay, this is what it is. I feel like you found a method to your madness that you feel like works, and I feel like that's just the path that you continue to take. But the new energy that's coming in is forcing you to have to do something different. So the idea of unconventionality, did I say it right? Let me know. Basically, of not being conventional, not doing what everyone else does, or not following a regimented path is being introduced as well. So I feel like this new energy is telling you to take a different path. Like, you know, do something different. Don't do the same things. You know, don't be impatient. Don't feel as though, you know, it's kind of like how some people are like, okay, well, I'm going to, as far as their adult plans, they'll be like, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to meet someone and fall in love. Then we're going to get married. Then we're going to have a baby. And then we're going to, like, you know, then we're going to have a house. Then we're going to have a baby. Like, it's a cool plan. And for some people, it actually works. But for the majority of people, like, it doesn't necessarily take that path. Like, you know, they don't necessarily take that plan. But I feel as though, and that was just an example, but I feel as though you might be someone who's very, like I said, regimented. Things are either black or white. And the new energy is really calling for you to take a new path, you know, take the path that's less traveled, do something different. And it seems as though you're being supported towards this. It seems as though this may be what's best for you, as opposed to keeping yourself in a mind state or some type of like frame of mind in which is like you have to do things a certain way. So I feel like you're on the path of enlightenment, but I feel like your path of enlightenment is just different. Like, and it's gonna require you to be different than you are. So currently, I guess. Well, I guess. Or I guess I should say different than who you were socialized to be. That's what I was saying. Yes, I gotta flip the ponytail for that. Okay, so let's move on. What energy is leaving? I mean, I kind of got into that, but I guess maybe something else is gonna come up. What energy is leaving, and I guess what are some areas of concern as it relates to your self-love? This deck that I'm using now is the Miss Cleo deck. The Miss Cleo deck. I love this deck. It's hella cheap on Amazon. It's literally like $6. So like when I got my friend one of these decks, I just bought one for myself too, because it's like 2 decks for $12. That's what's up. 2 decks for $12. Like, cheapest decks. Like, I hope to make a deck that is that cheap and affordable, you know, for people who want to learn how to do read tarot cards and give readings, but you're not breaking your bank, because a lot of these independent decks, they be like $45, $50, $60. Like, I saw independent deck for like $150, and I want that deck. I really, really, truly do, but I just ain't have $150 for that. But I will soon. So what energy is leaving? Yeah, so basically an energy of impatience came up again. And then also an energy of failure. So maybe you feel as though that you feel as though you're not doing enough, or that your life circumstances aren't reflecting your inner work and just the hard work that you've been doing. That energy is leaving as well. That energy is leaving, because the energy of accomplishment and of success is being introduced into your life right now. So I just feel as though a lot of you all just feel as though, like, you know, I've been putting in like such hard work. Like, I've been doing so much. Like, and this could be on your finances. This could be on your finances, on your health. But you know, this is in the realms of self-love. So just like on your own healing, and you're just like, yo, I've been doing so much work. I've just grown and I've matured. And it's like, why isn't my life circumstance, like, why isn't it that my, you know, 3D reality isn't reflecting back to me all the hard work that I've put in. And it's on the way, you know. It's on the way as far as you being emotionally fulfilled. That means you essentially working hard and you getting all of this that you need, and actually being happy and appreciative about it. Like, that's something that's on the way. But as far as you being focused on failure, that's the energy that's leaving. And that also is an area of concern. So maybe feelings of not enoughness, feelings that you're not doing enough because maybe you're not receiving the attention and the accolades that you feel as though you should be at this point in time. But that's the energy that's leaving. Yeah, that's the energy is leaving. So a lot of you all just feel as though things aren't moving as quickly as you would like them to be, and it's making you feel as though you failed or that you're not doing enough. That's an area of concern. That's a real area of concern. Y'all already know that mom finger about to come out. So yeah, something that's leaving as well is I feel like a lot of you all don't really know which direction to take. You have the type of ideology that it's like, yo, the world is my oyster. Like, I have the ability to make of it what I want to make of it, but there's still something that's holding you back. and you feel as though it's just I don't want to say that you're making a mountain out of a molehill, because things like really can be a lot. You know what I'm trying to say? Things can okay, I don't know what's going on, but things can really be a lot, you know, like, so I can't tell you that, you know, any circumstance or situation that you're going through isn't a big deal and you should just get over it. But there's some type of challenge. There's something that you just feel like is too great, and because you feel as though it's too great for you to accomplish, you're not being able to fully take that step in which you should, you know, and you're embodying the full energy right now. That means it's a new beginning, it's a new start, there's a renewed sense of purpose, and you're working on it. But for some reason, there's still some challenge that just seems, you know, to be too great, and you're not taking the steps to do that. That's an area of concern, but that's as well as it being an area of concern, it's an energy that's leaving. So I see a lot of people, you know, taking those steps and then continue taking the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to get to. And it's slow. It's not moving as quickly as you would like it to be. But just because it's not moving quickly doesn't mean that you can't take steps to move forward. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of you all might be seeking out yeah, a lot of you all might just be seeking out just straightforward answers, you know, and there's a lot of things that aren't really clear to you, and you want to just know the answer. And this dates back to, you know, you re-socializing yourself, and then back to your childhood, where it was just kind of like things might have been so ambiguous for you, and you couldn't really take it at a specific age, that when you became older, you're just like, nope, I have to exhibit this type of control and power over my situation. I have to know what's going down here. I have to know what's going on in the back end. Like, you just have to be in control. And that energy is leaving as well, because when it comes to the universe, you're not going to know things when you want to know things. Things aren't going to happen on your timetable. Things aren't going to just magically appear and manifest at the moment in which you want it to, but it's going to happen when you need it to. You feel me? So that's the area of concern, I guess, is just being caught up in having all of the answers. But that's also something that's leaving, which I think I previously mentioned. But yeah, a lot of you all just want recognition, and you want to be, like I said, you want to be validated and recognized for the work that you put in. You feel like it's been a long time coming. That's the energy that's leaving as well. That's not something that you are gonna be caught up in anymore. You're just gonna continue to work, and you're gonna continue to take steps to move forward. So yes, let's see. Yes, your face changed quick. It did, because I don't know what it is with kids. Like, you could sit down there and be like, look, this is what we doing. We going to the store today. Don't ask me for nothing. We going to the store today. I'm not buying toys. I'm not buying it. And you can get to the store and they'll be like, okay, I understand. You get to the store and it's like, oh, can I have this toy? Oh, can I have this? I thought we already came to the understanding that we wasn't buying toys today. You feel me? But that's just something I'm understanding about kids, is like, you could clarify stuff with them. That joint gonna go in one ear and it's gonna go out the other. So it is what it is. I brought out the surrender cards because I wanted to get some advice, you know, just some guidance. I love these surrender cards. Even if you don't read tarot, I would suggest you getting, I think they're called surrender cards on Amazon, and you could just pull one a week or something, or if you want to get real frisky, do like 3 a day, and just be like, okay, what is it that I need to surrender and give up, you know? So let's look at what needs to be surrendered in terms of your self-love and moving forward. Surrender your belief in scarcity. And I feel like this was this is so relevant to this reading, you know. And here it's saying the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So a lot of you all feel as though you don't have enough, or you're not where you would like to be, or the healing, everything that you're doing isn't being reflected into, you know, your outside world, or, you know, into the 3D physical world and whatnot. But this card is just saying, like, you know, just open yourself up. Start to embody more so flexibility when it comes to, you know, just with yourself and with your plans. Because I feel like when you are stubborn and you only think of things one way, you can miss a lot of opportunities that the universe wants to provide to you. So just be open. Just be like, you know, I'm open. If you want more money, if you want more validation for your hard work, just be like, yo, I'm open. Like, tell the universe, like, I'm open. Like, you know, whatever you want to bring into my life that is going to transform my life and get me to where I would like to be, like, I welcome that, you know, positive energy. We don't got time for the bullshit. You feel me? We don't got time for the bullshit. Like, but yeah, the second surrender card that I have is surrender frustration, which is, I don't know, like, this is a good reading. Everything just, you know, meshing together and shit. Like, surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. So I feel like this could even be related to that challenge that I said that might have been too great and you couldn't really see yourself around it, so you weren't able to take the steps to move forward as you wanted to. But yeah, y'all, embody this, surrender frustration, because this is definitely linked. All right, we also have surrender to joy. The key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So I feel like you've just lived, like I said, a life of, I don't want to put it on nobody, but just a life of struggle, just of intense traumas and things that have shaped you into the adult that you are. There might have been moments of joy scattered here and there, but if you've been dealing with chronic depression, it's difficult. You know what I'm trying to say? It's very difficult. Even as a young professional, I can't say, oh, it's just something that you could get over. You feel what I'm trying to say? But in the meantime, in times where you just feel down, you know, like I said, just surrender to joy. Do things to make yourself happy. And I think that's what you all are doing, because you're focusing more so on, you know, what you're doing now and applying it to where you want to go. And you have high hopes for yourself. And then the last card I have here is surrender the drama, which might be even more specific to one person, to a couple people. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And being centered and being balanced was something that I seen as far as, you know, where are you right now on your self-love journey. So I feel as though this is something that you all have already taken the steps to do. Just trying to live a balanced, calm life, not really trying to become involved in anything that could be a threat to your own self-love and how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem and confidence. So I like it. Like I said, I love these surrender cards. They're on Amazon as well. I have a little over 5 minutes. So let's get some Moonology cards and see if you decide to go with the flow, go with the energies. If you decide to, even the energies that I said, like as far as what's leaving, and being able to being cognizant as far as in being aware of, you know, taking the steps and just moving with that energy. You know what I'm trying to say? And then also taking the advice of the surrender cards. So let's see what advice comes up. These Moonology cards are also on Amazon. All of the card decks I have here are available on Amazon. So more advice, step out of your comfort zone. So it's very similar to that Two of Wands energy that I kind of got, where it was just like, you might not know which direction to go. Something might seem to be too great for you. You just don't know how to see yourself around it. And it's important for you to just take that first step. And once you take that first step, that's all you can really worry about. You took that first step and now we here. You know what I'm trying to say? Then you take another step and it's like, okay, now I'm here. You know, it takes time. Things take time. Then we also have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So very much so in regards to you being a spiritual person, and then just dealing with this 3D reality and, you know, the human experience being very challenging to navigate at times. Don't get too caught up in one thing or the other. Don't be so woo-woo that you in your imagination, but don't be so practical that you start to become like a fatalist or too much of a realist. You know, you want to be able to balance that adult rationality and logic, as well as that well, I don't want to say childish, but kid-like unconventional, you know, behaviors and thinking. So that's essentially what the path to mastery is, being able to remember your imaginative side, but then also utilizing your rationality and logic, and you are on the fool's journey. That came up. Oh, and then a new start is coming. A new start is coming for you. So this is great. I mean, this reading has been very positive, which is really what I wanted it to be. And even the areas of concern, I just gave it to you straight as is. I'm not gonna tell you some shit that you know, that's all woo woo and it might be, you know, all happy and go lucky and stuff like that. But you know how it is. Like, I'm gonna talk about the real shit like that's going on, but I'm gonna tell it to you in a way that is gonna make you feel more so inspired and not feel down on yourself because you feel as though you're not doing enough. You know, too many people suffer with not feeling enough, not feeling like their work is enough, you know, and that's not my goal or aim as a tarot reader, to make you feel that type of way. Like, if anything, it's about you understanding the bullshit and making changes. So I hope you appreciated this reading. Let me see, do I want to get another card? Let me get another deck. This is the sacred, what is this? The sacred journey? I can't see. The box is over there. The Sacred Journey Oracle, or something like that. But let's just get a couple cards and see what's forthcoming for you. So opportunity. That challenge that you may have, you know, been pussyfooting around, that challenge could definitely be an opportunity for you to further your situation. But yeah, you all seem to be very stagnated with that. So just start to take the steps. Like I said, take one step, get to that point, and just be like, okay, what's next? And then take the next step. There's no reason for you to stagnate yourself and be in the same spot. You know, like, it's not satisfying to live out a year, you know, and then just be like, well, what did I do over the last year? Or did I make any progress? You know, you want to make continuous progress, but you don't have to get all the way from A to Z. You know what I'm trying to say? You might get from A to B next year. The year after that, you might get from B to E. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's better to take a step than to not, because you want to at least be fulfilled with yourself. You know, start to make a smaller plan of actions and smaller goals that you can accomplish that'll make you feel good about yourself, so that you continue to keep going, you know. Let's see what else we have. And pleasure. Indulge in those 3D pleasures. The 3D pleasures. The pleasures of life, you know. Like what I said, outchea I said earlier. It's like, it's about time to start enjoying the fruits of your labor, you know. And even if your life circumstance isn't where you necessarily want it to be right now, you can still, like the surrender card say, surrender to joy and create moments of happiness for yourself, you know. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the reading there. I feel like I was basically not starting to repeat the same stuff, but it was just kind of like giving me more information along the lines of what I already channeled. So I definitely appreciate Spirit for that. Spirit came through today, just confirming a lot of things that I maybe was confirming for y'all. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this reading. This is your girl, the one and only. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube. Personal readings are also going to be half off during Leo season, so please look out I'll post something on my story and on my page. And then check out my interactive pick a decks. I hope everyone has a great rest of your week. I'm going to post my nail set. After like 4 hours of work probably. But I'll see everyone next week. Have a good one.